that brings us to the Minimotos Junior 4.2 40cc two-stroke machines. Three classes out there. We've got the expert lights, expert heavies, and the novice as they go away. Just talk about what the difference is in the lights and heavies, please, Adam.
Well, what we've done is to try and even it up a little bit more, because obviously some of the little lads, because the age group goes from 6 to 14, obviously there's a big difference between a 6-year-old and a 14-year-old. So what we've introduced is a light and a heavy class. So anything below 35 kilograms in the leathers and helmet is classed as a light. Anything above is classed as a heavy. They run different restrictors to even them up. And then we have a novice class, which means if you haven't ridden with us for more than a year before, you're classed as a novice or can run in the novice class, and you run a 10mm restrictor. And it gives them it evens the field up a little bit, and it gives them a chance to race with some of the faster guys without being too reduced on speed, but without upsetting the point system.
Well, it is the heavies that are leading the charge at the moment. 20 Jack Hart and Ross Maguire at the front of the field. Aidan Davey in third position. So I suppose it would say more about the experience for these older guys here.
Well, I think we'll see in one of the metricates, a lot of the Scottish lads came down and did a track day here a couple of weeks before, so they know the track really well. A lot of the chaps, or lads and girls that come up with us didn't. So, it's new to them.
And look at this, because Ross Maguire making his space there, because that was very, very tight there as he went through on the inside. So Jack Hart now down into second position, Aidan Davey in third. In the lights, we should be looking Dylan Mellor, Sandy Horn, Owen Mellor. And obviously in the novices, Jimmy Parker, Chloe Jones and Troy Jeffrey having their own little battle a bit further back. But it is the heavies at the front. Ross Maguire, Jack Hart trying to come back at him. I can tell you in race one in the expert lights, it was Dylan Mellor taking the win from Sandy Horn, Owen Mellor in third. In the heavies, it was Aidan Davey, number 30, who's in third position at the moment. Ross Maguire took second and Jack Hart took third out there. And I can tell you Ross Maguire has also put fastest lap 57.981 out there, so very fast out there for Ross Maguire.
Well, I'm guessing he did sack his mechanic then, because he's up there now, because it's obviously not his talent. He's got brilliant talent. Could have only been let down by his mechanic the round before.
We ought to skip this because his mechanic had a word with me this week.
Yeah, I can almost feel Davey saying words that you can't repeat on the telly.
It certainly did. But here we go. So Ross Maguire, your race leader. Jack Hart in second, Aidan Davey in third. In the heavies a little bit further back, Liam Bassett, Josh Hyatt, Cameron Dawson, Jake Hopper, Alex Latham and Kieran Grigger out there, so everybody gets a mention. Good little battle though, this is Jack Hart. He's not letting Ross Maguire get away from him. So all season long these guys have been battling it out. And these guys on these mini motors, incredible bit of speed as they went through that S section there. And as I say, that the Ross Maguire's lap times compared to some of the other races that we've seen today, very, very favourable.
Yeah, he seems to have dialed himself into the circuit really well. To be fair, all three of these lads have, well, all through the field they have, but these three especially. And also, they don't seem to be put off by the weather quite so much. So, I mean, you can't see from the camera how slippery that is out there, but those lads are still really going at it, aren't they?
They certainly are. And just say, we do mention it, the drizzle isn't picking up. We've had a constant drizzle and very cold conditions as well today. But he's going to get a little bit worse for you in a little bit while. He'll certainly give us some action and excitement. But Ross Maguire, 22, your race leader. Jack Hart in second place, trying everything he can. Jack Hart was the early race leader. Ross Maguire made the move, went through on the inside, relegating Jack Hart down into second position. A little bit further back, we've got Aidan Davey. Aidan Davey impresses me as a rider. We interviewed him a couple of weeks, very professional in his presentation. Well, all the riders really, but very good persona on camera. Ross Maguire, 22, your race leader. And you can see from our camera angle, it is starting to get very dark as well. So storm clouds are brewing. You can just see a little bit of a wet patch there on the circuit as they go down into that corner, right down on the far side of the circuit. Third place, Aidan Davey, just dropping back slightly. Aidan took the win in race one, but not being able to do it there. Getting very dark now, so we definitely know a storm coming. Ross Maguire coming through. Looks like going to be no change at the moment, so it's going to be a win there for Ross Maguire. In the novice, it was Jimmy Parker taking the win. In the lights, it was Dylan Mellor, Sandy Horn and Owen Mellor. And in the heavies, it was Ross Maguire from Jack Hart and Aidan Davey.